He was just 15 years old. He would go on to commit a crime that sent shockwaves throughout the internet.
The failed bus assassination. Bro, you on the school bus with it, bro. What they do, take your lunch money or something? Like, bro, there's no reason they can be so bad at school that you go try to smoke somebody at your school. Unless it's gang affiliated, which I don't know if it is or not. And he just slapping to see one of his ops like on the school bus. Other than that, like, let me find out, bro, y'all beefing that bad at school that you gonna smoke, bro. Like, that's wild, y'all.
Middle schooler and repeatedly tried to shoot, but the gun was jammed.
Bro,
so the gunman used it
what?
to beat the victim, who survived with cuts and bruises. Police say the attackers then ran.
The death? What? He caught a body?
DC neighborhood.
Straight to the action. What I'm saying, man, what's going on, y'all? Back with a little video. What I'm saying, man, we got something crazy. We got the sad story of Baby K. If y'all know who Baby K is, he's a thug, teenage thug. What I'm saying, we gonna see this video talk about. Before we start though, like the video, share, subscribe to the channel, smash that bell. Let's get it, man.
Baby
DC
K,
murder,
real name Caden Holland, is from PG County, Maryland, which is near Washington, D.C. PG County is actually one of the wealthiest majority black counties in the entire country. However, it does have its rough areas, specifically the...
I was say, bro from the burbs, and he out here doing this, and like, he wildin', you know what I'm saying? I was about to say,
part Baby K was
you
from.
feel me?
He claimed a hood called Marlow Heights, also known as 2800.
St.
Marlow
Clair.
Heights is beefing with various factions throughout the city, and many of their members have been locked up for shootings and murders within the past few years. Baby K had it rough growing up. Since he was a kid, he was surrounded by poverty and violence. Over the years, he would have to deal with the pain of losing close friends to gun violence. All of this would lead to behavioral issues. According to prosecutors, Baby K has a history of disrespect for authority going back to the first grade. He has faced legal trouble for various weapons charges and violent altercations.
Bro been thugging since he been in preschool. He's talking about first grade. What?
He was deep into the street life and nearly lost his life to it.
Grade.
When he was just 14 years old, Baby K got shot in the leg.
What?
A year after that, when he was just 15 years old, he would go on to commit a crime that sent shockwaves throughout the internet.
The failed bus assassination. Bro, you on the school bus with it, bro. What they do, take your lunch money or something? Like, bro, there's no reason they can be so bad at school that you go try to smoke somebody at your school. Unless it's gang affiliated, which I don't know if it is or not. And he just slapping to see one of his ops like on the school bus. Other than that, like, let me find out, bro, y'all beefing that bad at school that you gonna smoke, bro. Like, that's wild, y'all.
Prince George's County Police have released photos of three
Go home and go do some homework or something. What's wrong with you? No.
three young suspects who they say forced their way right into a school bus Monday to try and kill a middle schooler.
That gun jammed, though, police said, and then the boys ran. So tonight there's a lookout for the...
At a High Point, you ain't had no GLOCK. You ain't had one of those in the jam.
Those boys and a whole lot of fear.
Tonight, Prince George's County Police here to protect kids as they get off the bus, as pictures of three juveniles were released by authorities. The boys boarding that school bus Monday and pushing past the bus driver and an aide on board. One juvenile carrying a semi-automatic pistol. According to police, the gunman put the gun to the chest of a middle schooler and repeatedly tried to shoot, but the gun was jammed.
Bro,
so the gunman used it to
what?
beat the victim, who survived with cuts and bruises. Police say the attackers then ran.
On May 1st, 2023.
Bro, so you're telling me the only reason why he did not, and the only reason why that boy did not get murdered is because his weapon was jammed. He said, and then started busting. That's crazy, y'all. Real talk, bro. That's wild, y'all. I don't know what is he, a 15-year-old assassin? Like, what the fuck?
Baby K, who was just 15 years old at the time, and two others boarded a school bus in Oxon Hill, Maryland, looking for one of their ops. Once they found their victim, they proceeded to beat him up until Baby K pulled out a gun. Baby K pointed the gun at the victim at point-blank range and pulled the trigger 3 times. Luckily, the gun malfunctioned each time he pulled the trigger, saving the victim's life.
Very lucky.
After the gun failed to fire, Baby K and his associates fled the scene. What's even wilder about Baby K committing a crime like this at just 15 years old is that his victim was a 14-year-old 8th grader. And it gets even crazier. The victim was actually set up by a fellow middle school age female that sent Baby K his location.
You getting backdoored by a 14, 15-year-old girl, middle school girl? What the fuck?
14-year-old female would go on to be charged with this crime as well. This whole incident was caught on camera, and the wild surveillance footage went viral on social media. In the video, the audio revealed the driver praying to Jesus while the attack was happening.
My God.
Fortunately, those prayers were answered. Since the bus attack, the bus driver said she has suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder and that her physical health declined. The victim's mother said she had to move her son across the United States and that he refuses to ride on a school bus again. During one attempt to get on one after the attack, she received a call saying her son was hyperventilating and she had to pick him up. Just 2 days after this horrific incident, Baby K is accused of doing something heinous to one of his co-defendant's sister.
The death? What? He caught a body?
D.C. neighborhood is concerned and upset after a gunman shot and killed a woman in the hallway of a Northeast apartment building. It happened today on Jamison Street in the Fort Lincoln neighborhood just after 11 a.m. D.C. police, some with long guns, searched the apartment complex for the shooter but did not find one.
More than a dozen police officers and detectives descended on the Jamison apartment building just after 11 this morning after getting a call to investigate the trouble. As officers learned of the shooting, they fanned out across the property and inside the parking garage looking for the shooter.
And when they arrived on the scene, what we found on the actual fourth floor of this apartment building was an adult female who was suffering from a gunshot wound to her body, to her face. At that time. And so we're still really investigating. We're looking through the cameras to actually figure out what happened.
On May 3rd, 2023, at approximately 11:11 a.m., 5th District officers responded to the 3700 block of Jamison Street for the report of a shooting. Upon arrival, officers located an adult female shooting victim inside of a residential building. DC Fire and Emergency Medical Services responded to the scene, and after finding no signs consistent with life, the victim remained on the scene until transported to the office of the Chief Medical Examiner. The victim was identified as 23-year-old Kaijah McCoy. The Metropolitan Police Department offered a reward of up to $25,000 to anyone that provided information that led to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible for this. Baby K would soon be linked to this murder.
But bro, you're 15. You're fried, bro. You literally try to smoke somebody. Then you actually smoked, and it was a female, bro. You're tweaking, bro. Now, look, you're young doing this. Your whole life is done. You feel what I'm saying? Your life is done, bro. You ruined your life at 15. You didn't even live life yet. Like, what? Y'all, if y'all hear that static, I apologize.
Following the murder of Kaijah, Baby K went on the run. While he was on the run, the two other males and the female from the bus incident got arrested. Baby K was on the run for a little under a month before he got arrested on May 30th, 2023. He was still in the DC area when he got locked up. Baby K would get charged with attempted first-degree murder for the bus incident and first-degree murder for the death of Kaijah McCoy. In a shocking manner, it would turn out that Kaijah was the sister of one of the boys that Baby K did the bus incident with.
What?
Over a year later, the trial for the bus incident would begin. His attorney tried to argue that he should be tried as a juvenile, but the judge denied this request and decided to try him as an adult. Baby K apologized to the victims and his own family. He said he was close to graduating high school and wanted to go to trade school to become a plumber or earn his commercial driver's license.
Stop the cap. We already know that's cap. He wanted to be a gangster, a rich rapping gangster.
To be a truck driver. Ultimately, Baby K was sentenced to 60 years in prison for the attempted murder case, but 35 of them were suspended, meaning that he has to serve 25 years in prison. He is still awaiting trial for the murder of Kaijah McCoy.
Oh my God,
he could potentially spend the rest of his life in prison. It's sad to see how lost the youth is nowadays. Hopefully someday things can change. R.I.P. to Kaijah McCoy.
That's crazy, but my thing is though, like, bruh, think about this, y'all. He's 15. He doesn't even know nothing about life. We all know as teenagers, we all think we know everything, but we really don't know anything at all. You know what I'm saying? He was one of them, and he ruined his life at 15 years old. Now there ain't no chance to get back or none of that. You're done. To change your life, you're done. You know what I'm saying? That's sad, bro. Oh, y'all, that's why I say preach. I preach. Stay up out the streets, man. Ain't nothing out there for y'all, bro. But jail time or death. You know what I'm saying, man? Let me know what y'all feel about this story, though. This is crazy, man. May the little shawty rest in peace that passed away. You feel what I'm saying, man? Like the video, share, subscribe to the channel, smash that bell, you heard me? I'm going to sign with y'all, man.